What is something you've learned to stop apologizing for? I was in a meeting with my boss, and he was going over some things I needed to improve on. He was right, and I was taking notes. After every point he made, I would say, "I'm sorry, I'll do better." After a few times of me saying this, he stopped and said, "Stop saying you're sorry. You don't need to apologize. Just do better." It was one of the best pieces of advice I've ever received. I realized I was apologizing for everything, even things that weren't my fault. I was in a constant state of feeling like I was doing something wrong, and I needed to apologize for it. I started paying attention to how often I was saying sorry, and it was way too much. I was apologizing for things like someone bumping into me, or if I had to ask a question at work. I was even apologizing for things I had no control over, like the weather. I started making a conscious effort to stop apologizing for things that weren't my fault, or things that didn't need an apology. It was hard at first, but it made a huge difference in how I felt about myself. I stopped feeling like I was constantly doing something wrong, and I started feeling more confident. I also noticed that people started respecting me more. I wasn't the person who was always apologizing for everything anymore. I was someone who took responsibility for their actions, but didn't apologize for things that weren't their fault.